Hey everyone, it's week 20 here on FTMTelevision. Happy Sunday, it's me, Gabe. This week's topic is passions, things we're passionate about. I had a hard time picking what I wanted to talk about this week because I can go way overboard when I'm talking about things that I really like. So I stuck with something that I thought would be kind of simple. So, we're going to talk about my comic books. So, I started collecting comic books, actually I was in junior high. I was in my 8th grade year, so it was actually pretty late for most people who start collecting. I really did not know where to start. I liked X-Men. So, right now I have a very specific X-Men comic book collection, because my first ever comic book is Gambit. This is the basic Gambit cover for his original series, his self-titled first series that came out in, I believe it was 1992. I could be wrong about that. It's either 92 or 95. I don't know. It's either one of those, I'm pretty sure. If not, then my entire timeline is way off. Okay, so that was my first comic book ever, and Gambit is my favorite overall character for X-Men, and in general, really. So, I mean, I bought the first one, and then I got the other three of the first series, and I just have been collecting ever since. I have about somewhere between 50 and 100 comic books right now, which is not much, really, especially since Gambit appeared about a year before. Yeah, he appeared a year before that series, a year or two before that series came out, in the Uncanny X-Men issue number 266, and it was in late August. And here's the cover with him and Storm right there. Yeah, the original. This, I think in the entire first issue that he appeared, they didn't color his eyes correctly, which is somewhat common, really, with Gambit, because for some reason people will either not fill in the red part of his eye, which, you know, it's like the white part is black and the other part is red. They'll either not fill that in, or they'll give him, like, blue eyes or brown eyes, regular eyes. But for that one, it was mostly either, like, the red was either mostly blue, but they kept the black, or they didn't fill it in at all, and it was white. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, it's not even so much comic books that I'm really passionate about. While they're a main part of it, it's Gambit and X-Men. It's one of my major, like, passions that I have here. And X-Men's not the only comic book that I collect, though. The other series that I collect is the Molting comics. It's by Terrence Zdunich. He is one of the minds behind Repo the Genetic Opera, which I have a flyer for that was signed to me. Yes, so X-Men, comic books, Gambit. At the moment I have some major milestones for Gambit, and I'm very close to completing the Gambit titled series. Right now I have most of all of his self-titled series. I think I'm missing one. I'm missing one from his last series, not the most recent one-shot that they had released this past month. I have that one. But I'm missing one from the 12-issue series, and then I am missing maybe 7 or 8 from the series before that. But most of the ones that I'm missing, really, from that series are the variant covers. In the series before that, these are both #1, but first you have this cover, and then you have this cover. And I want all of the variant covers because I want to have a complete collection. Like in his original series, the 4-issue comics that I showed, those have there's a variant cover of the first that is rarer, and it is a solid gold cover. I don't have that one. I have never seen that one in person, but if I ever see it, I'm buying it. Now, in addition to having almost all of the self-titled series, I also have a chunk of the Uncanny X-Men, starting whenever he first appears to whatever I can find. So, major milestones in that include his first appearance, like Scott and Jean's wedding, and I also have the Antarctica trial, which, if you're familiar with X-Men at all, that's a major, like, point in time in there. This is one of the things that I can truly talk about for hours, and I'm going to try to cut myself off right around here, because this is already kind of jumped around, and I haven't stuck to my script at all. But yes, I have all of these comics, and this is what I am passionate about. I know almost everything about this character, and he's considered to be one of the most mysterious characters. I disagree. I think if you're paying attention, you know enough about him. But yeah, that's it for this week. I will be back next week, and I hope you all enjoy it. See ya!